Ta-da! Hidden winch. Can't even see there's a winch in there. I drove 900 miles to Sand Hollow, Utah to test a new product. Well, I kind of had to deliver 2 5-cylinder motors in the process, but I designed a hidden winch for the 23 and newer GMC Canyons, and the whole purpose of this trip is to see if it works. For a while now, probably a year or two, I have wanted to hide something right behind this bumper, and in this video we're going to show you guys how to install it, and hopefully this becomes a production item for us. But today we are going to be installing the prototype of my hidden winch mount for the 3rd Gen Canyon. So far I've been trying to go pretty modest with the modifications, real low profile ditch lights, the blacked out marker lights, blacked out logos, smoke boost auto tow mirrors. My custom 3rd brake light mount coming soon is pretty well stock looking. Wheels are kind of just that kind of bronzy, dark bronze. I've tried to modify it, but not in a gaudy kind of over the top in your face kind of way like some of you guys kind of do to your rigs. No offense, but for me, my style is really kind of understated. I mean, modifications like this, I mean, you can't get much more understated than that, can you? So I'm gonna get this whole front fascia torn off. It's an absolute chore. There's probably 600 or 700 little T15 bolts, a couple little 7 mils, and a whole bunch of clips. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. There's a couple other videos that show you guys how to do that, but it's gonna be a minute.
Much later.
This is what attaches mechanically the grill to the truck, and now that we've got everything disassembled, all that's left to do is to pull this off. What was that? Oh, my shutters are destroyed. That's gonna cause a code, right? I've customized this lower skid plate, and I've also customized my shutters, the B shutter to be exact. And if you don't have the shutters installed, you will actually get a code that's a permanent code that is gonna freak out because it has to do with some sort of emissions and warming and cooling up the truck. And the first ever to figure out a way of fooling the new shutter design for GM. In typical Badland fashion, I've got some nice shiny orange 3D print here going on. Got some clever geometry going on inside here that allows it to move 90 degrees, allows the solenoid or the stepper motor here to move 90 degrees but not cause a code. Essentially now we can just basically tape this up in the middle of nowhere here, and it will act as it used to by only rotating 90 degrees and not causing a code. Throw all this away now. We don't need any of this. In preparation for this video, I did remove the front crash bar to give myself a little bit better access to how we're going to mount this winch plate. Taking that crash bar out is actually pretty simple. It's about 6 bolts, and then you've got the active damper that's kind of attached to the lower crash bar, and that bar, it's kind of a pain because the intercooler's in the way, but because mine was so destroyed, we kind of cut it out. So your mileage may vary, but just know that that's going to be a lot of fun to remove. Alright, this wonderful piece of tin foil has 6 grade 10-9 very strong 10mm bolts, and we're going to reuse those to mount the winch plate to the truck. Despite the amount of emails and tags and comments that I get, I am not affiliated with Badland as it is with Harbor Freight. Badland Industry is my company. I make parts for these trucks, aka this poorly welded together winch plate. These winches, I don't have parts for them. I don't have anything that involves Badland, anything if it's part of Harbor Freight. But we're gonna send that down to right there. And because this thing is so heavy, I designed this to have these little tabs here to hook onto the frame so that you don't have to yeet this thing all the way into the abyss and have to hold bolts at the same time. So you just get that guy lined up. You have yourself a winch. It's not hidden yet, so I want you guys to start commenting about how unhidden this is, but give me a second, alright? Now those hooks right there on the frame are only intended for placing the winch on the frame, and then now we have to bolt it in with, well, 5 + 1 bolts. So we'll just get this lined up, and we'll get one of our bolts in. We can move to the other side. You guys can see here we got all our bolts lined up. We'll just get all these screwed in. Don't tighten them up yet till you get all 6 of these guys. About that tight. I've made other winch plates this big. I've seen other winch plates this big, and this should hold 12,000 pounds or more. And hopefully we don't see a cut of all of this leaving the chat. Obviously untested, because we're going to San Hollow next week, and well, today is not next week, but we'll get this thing wired up. We'll get this thing lined up, and go test it out in San Hollow. Well, we have a wired winch. We have my reflective orange winch line. A car driving by. Thank you. We have a working winch solenoid and all the things. We're just getting this loom put on here, and because I want to run the Yankum Fair lead, I need to do a locking Brummel or locked Brummel splice there at the end so that there's no metal in the system whatsoever. I did the battery straight to the battery, and then I built a little, or designed a little bracket to house the 300 amp breaker for the system, and ran the power wire over the top of the radiator here to the other bracket where we've got the wireless control. So that's the wired controller and the on-off for the wireless. I need to move this ground a little bit because this bracket is where the grill, the whole entire grill assembly goes in, but this is kind of where I decided to ground it for now. I actually might go on top here and kind of get this out of the way, but this little side bracket here was basically not part of the core support of the truck, just a bracket for the clips here, and I put the solenoid here, and it actually worked with all the wires that came with the winch to run down under to all of the solenoid packs. So depending on the winch and depending on the wiring that you choose to do, this might look a little bit different on your vehicle, but for the most part this is going to be pretty typical of your 12K winches that you might put on this plate. To figure out where the fair lead's going to pop out, we're going to do 24 inches, 24.5 inches off the ground. And then when we put the grill on, that should be about the same spot on there. Also, what we've done is some new custom mounts for some fog lights that I found that look pretty factory and are dual color. So I'm going to test those out. Find some hole. Oh, they got a hook on the top first. Don't scratch it. You think I do off-road this truck? There's wires in the way. Better not. Ta-da! Hidden winch. Can't even see there's a winch in there. Dude, those fogs are pretty much money, dude. Well, I don't know about you guys, but we got a little bit of trimming to do over here, but beyond that, there is no way that you know a winch is in there. until we put the fair lead in. Essentially what we're going to do right now is drill a small hole, a little bit bigger than what the bolt holes are, and then we can get the bolt and the spacer into the fair lead, and then we can trace the cutout for the spacer and everything in between after that. The fair lead's going to cover most of that, but we have to build some spacers to make sure that the fair lead sits off of the bumper, because the bumper itself, the whole grill is attached to the body and not the frame, and the winch is attached to the frame. So we need to give a little bit of room to that, as well as have it off of the body just the slightest bit, 1/8 of an inch or so, 1/16 of an inch or so, just so the body can move and the frame can move independently and not contact or not bind up in any way. I'm just trying to be mindful of all my wires back here from the fog light. Yeah, that's one of the things that's really tough about the CAD file is like that sometimes they show you the wire paths and sometimes they don't, but knowing, you know, this thing and being back here, I knew that I had just enough room to hide the fog light wires right through there. It's pretty unreal, huh?
Now the important part.
Alright, we got just a little bit more to go now that I've put the Sharpie on the plastic. But there you go. There's a winch in there. The size of the slot is going to be dictated by which fair lead you get. Obviously this Badland one covers pretty much everything really, really well. But this Yankum here is a little bit smaller on the ends because the rope has to go around it. So the hole that you cut will, you know, change a little bit depending on the fair lead you get. Also, I think the production one, I might make the spacers a little bit narrower in diameter, just so that they hide a little bit better when we go to mount it to the winch plate here and through the bumper. So, like I said, this prototype, we're learning all sorts of things right now. But Badland fair lead, as the way I cut it, is completely hiding the hole. But with the Yankum, which is the one I want to use, it's a little tighter. But I don't know, guys. I don't think you can kind of beat that fitment. A little bit of Loctite, a couple Ugga-Duggas, and we are. Probably should have grabbed the rope out. No, we don't want to actually be able to use the rope that's on the winch we installed. It's called a hidden winch, not a hidden winch rope.
Like the whole light before lockers.
Light bars for lockers? Oh, dude, I got freaking lights.
Your locker's kind of fake.
It works. It works great, especially when you don't want it to, like halfway up a RTI ramp. I need a recovery, help me!
Yeah. At least I was standing on the upside of that.
Dude. Dude.
Barely even tell.
Well, between the fair lead and the clutch handle, that is literally all you can see. Yeah, it's gone. Well, now we can say it's truly hidden. So if you had like a ZXR, or if you had come up or some other winch that you might be able to rotate the body, you can get that clutch handle out of the way. With these Apex winches, there's really no way to do that in so far as what I've seen. They're just kind of meant to be where they are, and that is what it is. I'd like to maybe put some sort of solenoid, or maybe make that clutch handle a little bit lower profile, but it's pretty hidden already, and I don't think there's going to be too much risk of it getting damaged. But then again, this is me, and I don't really wheel my truck all that much. I didn't really address these earlier in the video. These are just 3D printed just to get us through this trip, but I'd like to make them out of metal. I just noticed that there was these little tiny pockets right here for the wireless and the wired controller, as well as the 300 amp breaker. Plus it makes it a really easy run to the battery, and just seemed like a really convenient unused spot otherwise.
Yeah, I'm turtled.
Well, we made it to Sand Hollow, and I'm attempting to come over to the chute, and I got a little turtled. But this is the perfect opportunity for us to pull out my hidden winch on the 3rd gen. So far, we just drove 900 miles yesterday to get down here, dropping off 2 motors by way of a 500-mile detour. But we're here, I'm turtled, and I have a winch. Justin's getting set up. I can hook off of him, and we're gonna see how my hidden winch actually works. All right.
That's a 3-4 foot step right there.
I mean, I'm 6'4", and it's not really a hard pull to get off of here, but it's a pull nevertheless. I can't even find where the clutch is, it's so hidden. All right, first winch.
Just keep tapping the winch. Keep it out from in front of you. Look at that. It's only a 4-foot drop. It's fine.
I actually had to pull a lot more than I thought. Whew. That was cool.
Well, let me tell you what. If I didn't get sand in my truck before, I definitely did now. I had to move sand to get out of my door. Oh, by the way, my windows were down, so everything has sand. Everything. It might as well be in my clothes at home. Nowadays, like, we got a camera up here, we got a camera down here. It looks like we're moving.
Now, while none of these pulls were particularly hard, it was a test of the winch to see whether or not this winch mount would delete my front grille or not. And I would say for the testing that we've done here and out on the trail has definitely proven that this mount is more than sufficient to pull almost anything you'd ever want to. This one here was Macy, couldn't quite get up this little sand hill, being that her front diff wasn't working. We just positioned the canyon and got her pulled up a little ways and got to the top. Well, that's a wrap, folks. Sand Hollow was an absolute blast. The hidden winch on the canyon absolutely crushed it. Everything that we did with it, it didn't matter. What we were pulling, it did it. And the grill is still on the truck. I had a dream that my entire grill fell off the truck, and thankfully that was not the case. Go check out Macy, Chevy Colorado Girl, Justin, Yoda Forge, and myself, Badland Apex. Thank you guys for watching.